Welcome to Idaho Today. I'm Melissa Paul. Whether it's an injury during business hours or after, Sterling Urgent Care offers extended hours to provide immediate medical attention. And we learned how Sterling Urgent Care is helping both employees and employers navigate the workers' comp process with ease. Sammy, it's great to have you here. I want to talk to you about workman's comp. Now, we all know that medical services often extend beyond the typical business hours of, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. So how does Sterling Urgent Care address this need?
Yeah, at Sterling Urgent Care, we have great relationships with our employers, and many different employers work different hours. It's not always just 9 to 5, which leads to an employee when they have an injury and it's after 5 o'clock, a lot of them end up in the emergency room. But at Sterling, we recognize that, so we have extended hours. We're open 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, so that they can get that medical treatment that they need after 5 o'clock.
Oh my goodness, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And what does Sterling do to help employers know what their employees' health status is?
Yeah, so the employee, before they ever leave the clinic, we explain their diagnosis, their treatment plan, and we provide the employee with what we call a return to work summary. They're supposed to take that back to the employer, but we all understand that sometimes it doesn't end up back to the employer. So we assign a case manager to each employer's account, and the case manager will follow up with the employer to make sure that they understand the diagnosis, what the ongoing treatment plan is, and they will answer any questions regarding the medical treatment.
Okay, and then in addition to that, you've already spoken a lot to it, but help us understand, how do they support patients in that return to work?
Yeah, so our providers, our ultimate goal is to get employees back to work. If you send them home and they go sit in the recliner, their recovery is going to be a lot slower. So we do the best we can to work with the employer to be able to accommodate light duty and get that employee back to work and healed up faster.
Okay, and then also, how does Sterling handle the case management aspect of workers' comp treatments as well?
Yeah, so like I had mentioned, we assign a case manager to each employer, and the employer can reach out to that case manager. And what the case manager does is they assure that there is communication throughout the whole treatment process with the employer, the insurance, the provider, and also the patient.
Okay. There's a lot that you're doing to help make sure that employee is returning to work in a timely manner too, and that they're getting the care though that they need. But also, can you elaborate on how Sterling Urgent Care treats job-related injuries and illnesses as well?
Yeah, when it comes to a work-related injury, it's a lot different than just an urgent care or primary care visit. We're not just going to take the employee off work for 2 weeks and prolong their healing process. Like I had mentioned, we'll reach out to the employer. We'll go out to the job site and we'll get familiar with the different jobs that these employees do, so we understand what light duty services are available for those employees to get them back to work.
Wow, wonderful. Okay, and then you also customize your services based on different employers, right?
We do.
Wow.
So what we do is we'll sit down with our employers and we'll customize a employer protocol. So if they have an employee that arrives to the clinic, we know who to reach out to at the company. We also understand, is there a drug screen that's going to be required or a breath alcohol? And so we'll customize and build that protocol to that employer's needs. Okay, so where can people go so they can learn more? Yeah, so they can go directly to our website, which is sterlingurgentcare.com, or they can reach us at 208-542-9111, extension 1006.
Sammy, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us. Again, we're excited to be here.